So?
This one time.
Which one time?
I don't know. I think this one time.
Are you talking about this time?
I think
What happened?
we had a podcast.
Are you talking about this podcast?
This podcast in particular?
The one that we're doing right now?
I think I might be.
Oh.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
How does what make me feel?
Our podcast.
Our podcast?
Yeah.
You mean this one?
This one. Smoking Lab presents.
Point of review?
Point of
It
review.
feels pretty good.
Feels pretty
Feels pretty good. We're on episode 6.
We are on episode
We are.
6.
And I see you're getting a text message. How's that going for you? All them
Uh,
text messages you getting while we're podcasting.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You should be very sorry, Justice. Anyways, my name is Matt Ream. I'm your host, as usual. You can get me on Twitter at Matt Ream. This guy right here, his name is Justice. He's my co-host.
And you can get me at PerfectFlaw420.
You don't sound very enthusiastic about that.
What? Is it about
You gotta be like, yo, get me at Perfect Flaw 420 on the Twitters.
on the twiddles?
Yeah, you gotta be all enthusiastic, man.
Okay.
You
Well,
gotta get the people excited.
I think we should tell them to click like, share, subscribe too.
You think they should click like? You think they should click share?
Yeah.
And you think they should click subscribe?
I do.
I agree.
I do.
I think they should click all 3 of those things.
So, what are we gonna do tonight, Maddie?
I don't know. Because, I'm leaving that up to you tonight.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about comics, I know that for sure.
We are talking about comics.
Yeah. Just
But,
like every other night.
Every other night? Every other night we try and take over the internets.
We try and take over the internet every single night. But tonight,
Tonight.
what do you got in store for us, bud?
Tonight he's letting me run the show like that one time he was drunk.
Yeah, this time I'm a little bit drunk, but not as drunk.
I wanted to hold an emergency podcast earlier in the week because
Yeah, like on Tuesday or something like
yeah,
that.
because there was a lot of crazy news. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened in all of 7 days since the last time we recorded.
It's been pretty crazy from what I heard.
Ant-Man news.
Yeah, here we go.
Paul Rudd has been cast as Scott Lang. The second Ant-Man in the comics.
Wasn't that news from a while ago?
No one knew what he was going to be.
Oh, they just knew that he was in it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Michael Douglas has been cast as Hank Henry Pym. Which, I'm wondering if this is the final nail in the coffin for Nathan Fillion to not play a younger version in any way, shape, or form.
What? Okay, now why do you say Nathan Fillion? For the people that you've
Okay.
explained this to me.
I've explained it to you,
But
and I
explain it
believe
for the people
in
that
episode
Don't.
I believe in our second podcast we covered this topic.
Okay, well.
There was
we're
a
on number
Comic-Con.
6, so,
I
yeah.
know, but this was like months ago. Like we stopped.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
yeah.
one every week now.
We're gonna do it. Yeah.
Our last year's podcasts were a little sporadic. Now we're doing it all the time.
We're doing it.
Um,
If we get more viewers and
we might
everybody
do it
listens,
twice a week.
If everybody listens to it like every episode, like throughout the entire episode,
Yeah.
which would be nice. We'll do it twice a week.
Yeah.
And then you'll get twice as much news, twice as much us. And,
I'll like that. It means I'll have to start doing midweek stuff.
Oh yeah, it'll be good stuff.
The reason that I'm so adamant, and the reason I'm just very curious about it, is because Joss Whedon, where'd my candy go?
Where'd your candy go, bro?
I don't know.
Alright, well, don't lose your train of thought.
I didn't lose my train of thought. Don't worry.
Joss Whedon did what?
Joss Whedon, a couple Comic-Cons ago,
Yeah.
stated that Nathan Fillion is the only person that can play Ant-Man. And he is the one who's in control of the Marvel Universe. That's why I'm so confused as to, like, Paul Rudd is playing the second one, Scott Lang, like the detective, secret agent version. And now they've got Michael Douglas as an older, aged, inventor of the shrinking technology and all that. But that still leaves room for when Nathan Fillion is finally available for a younger 1960s
I have a question for you.
version. Yeah.
How many Ant-Mans were there?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So is there any chance that this Nathan Fillion could be the third Ant-Man?
The third? That would be interesting. I wouldn't mind that. But,
Are you seriously really is it on the bed at all? Like,
the podcast where Justice lost the candy.
Yeah.
I haven't left.
That's
the
what we'll
rooms.
call it. The one where he lost the candy.
The one where he lost the candy
Kind of like Friends, but with people.
with people.
Speaking of Friends,
Hey, look, it's Ghost. son
on
of a
on
bitch.
completely unrelated news, there will never be a Friends reunion.
There will never. That I heard that was a hoax.
A Friends reunion was going to be a hoax.
No. The whole Friends reunion thing was a hoax, and now I really don't know what.
There's no such thing as a Friends reunion. She probably took him. I don't know.
No one came in here.
Did you take him out there?
I haven't left.
Well, when we all went out there, you did. Before the podcast started.
I might have taken it out then.
See, okay,
she
so
might have grabbed it.
why don't you just go out there? I'll start the next topic while you do that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
You can go check for your candies. Here we go.
He's gonna start
So,
the next
did
topic.
you know that in the next DLC for Call of Duty Ghosts, there's gonna be this map? I think it's called Fog, something like that. You can play if you complete a field order. You know, like you'll pick up that little briefcase, the glowing blue one, and it'll say like get a headshot or get 3 kills with no kill streak or whatever.
It's fucking gone, bro.
You lost your candy?
Yeah. I fucking was sitting right here, and then I stood up, and now it's gone. I really like it.
Anyways, so if you like if you do the what's it called? I just said what it was called. A kill streak.
Kill streak engaged. You stole my news story, you son of a bitch. You're
What?
talking about Michael Myers.
The Mike Myers thing. Yeah. Anyways, in Fog, you get to be Mike Myers. You do the combat order or something like
This
that.
bullshit.
I forget what it's called. Hey, don't eat all those. What are you doing? Anyways, you get to play as Michael Myers. You run around with an axe. How do you feel about this, dude? I don't even know.
I'm intrigued by it. It's
'Kay,
like,
but
I
first
figured
of all-
Treyarch would do something
but
like
first
that
of
before
all-
Infinity War.
But first of all, Mike Myers doesn't have an axe. That's what I think about that.
He has a knife.
Yeah, so what's up with the axe?
I don't know. Maybe an axe is more powerful.
I
Can I
don't
have some
know.
of your sour cream? So
No.
So I lost my candy.
Fuck that, it's my candy either way.
Well, I
So,
don't know where it
what's
went.
next? Or
Um,
do you have more to say about the Call of Duty DLC?
I'm interested in the Aliens mode to see if it's finally going to be different.
Well, Extinction, I wasn't really a big fan of the one that came with Ghosts.
No.
But
You might like the map.
we'll see what comes next. We'll see.
what comes next.
I got the season pass, so
Yeah, me too.
it'll just show up.
You got
know?
yours for free because you were an early adopter, which I'm proud of you.
Because I'm awesome.
You are awesome.
Yeah. And everybody should know that.
Yes.
And if you don't know that, well, you can just get at me on Twitter at Matt Ream.
Um.
And if you don't know how to spell that, that's MATTREYM.
So,
Just so you know.
some other news: Man of Steel, otherwise known as Batman vs Superman,
Yeah.
has been pushed to 2016 to compete with an unannounced Marvel movie.
As far as I know, that's just a rumor so far.
What? No,
No, is it confirmed?
it's been on IGN.
Yeah, but is it confirmed?
The rumor was the Ben Affleck breaking his leg thing.
Oh, is that why?
No, he's fine apparently.
Oh.
It's just been pushed for development to be able to develop with the filming of Justice League back to back. So yeah.
Are you saying they're gonna release simultaneously?
Well, probably one after another. Yeah, 2016 and then 2017.
That'd be pretty cool.
We just gotta wait for confirmation, like confirmation of air dates and shit like that. Well, for the Justice League, we know when Batman vs Superman is coming out. The rescheduled date, anyways.
Do you want a Mark Ruffalo standalone Hulk movie?
It would be interesting. He's contracted to appear in 6 Marvel movies.
I think it
I
would
don't
be
know
a
if
good
that
movie.
means cameos or full, because technically he's been in Avengers and Iron Man 3 now.
Right at the end of Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does that count, or was that just a cameo?
It was just a cameo for sure.
Yeah, but do cameos count as an...
Oh, I don't know.
Like, how does the contract work?
Couldn't tell you, bud.
So, What is your opinion on it being pushed? Do you think that'll give it time to be developed
Man of
into...
Steel?
Yeah. Do you think that'll give it time to be developed into a better story, or...
Well,
'Cause-
what did they say? Why did they say they pushed it back? Just so it could compete
To
with
fully
Marvel,
realize
or-
their vision, giving the complex visual nature of the story.
Yeah, then they'll definitely try and
May
improve
6,
the story.
May 6, 2016.
They're gonna try and improve the story as much as they can.
Well,
They're gonna have everybody's input, like the actors.
that gives
and
more
everything.
time to work on the costumes, more time to work
Everything.
on... Everything. Exactly.
Everything. So they'll try and perfect it as much as they can, for sure. I have faith in them. I like Zack Snyder. He's a good director.
Lady Sif from Thor 1 and 2 to appear in an episode 15 of season 1 of the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series.
In season 1?
Yes. So soon. First superpowered character to appear, like from the movies. We've had that composite character, the what the hell is his name? Mike Peterson. That
The
he's
guy from the first episode?
yeah, he's been in 3 episodes now,
Mm.
which is interesting. He's got the powers of Hulk, Captain America, and
What are Captain America's powers?
powers.
I'm doing an air quote right now. Powers.
Powers. He has. They're not powers per se, but he's been heightened to the utmost that human can be. He's like as strong as a human possibly could be. He's as fat, like all of his reflexes. He can run for long distances, and like he's not overexerting himself at all. Like this is all second nature to him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's like...
He'll never get tired.
He's epic.
He's got healing factor. In the comics, his the super soldier serum is actually derived from Wolverine's blood and been enhanced in other ways. They can't touch upon that subject because Wolverine is owned by other studio, but that is where it comes from. It's not just his blood. It's been mutated and abused and manipulated and had other things done to it, but its base form is Wolverine's blood.
That's...
Epic.
That's... Yeah.
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 He's got his own minor healing factor. He's got super strength proportionate to how far human could push themselves. So I'm assuming 3 to maybe 600 pounds. They've never shown how much Captain America can lift in the movies. Comics, he's generally shown being able to like push a car and, you know,
That's
move a
basically-
wall and then punch a brick wall no problem. Like I don't know how that displays in measurements of strength. So we'll
Yeah.
see in Winter Soldier or Captain America 3 exactly how strong he is.
Maybe even
his
in-
combat skills are pretty cool.
Maybe
so
even in Avengers too.
maybe it'll be cool.
Yep.
What were you
So-
gonna say? I cut you off. Sorry.
I don't know. See, that's what happens sometimes.
It
The people
does.
I live with just end up interrupting me, and I end up forgetting what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I
Google working on a smart contact lens.
See right there. I was just saying something and you interrupted me. But no, I forgive you. It's all good.
Not a Google Glass successor, but a way of detecting sugar levels in diabetics. Yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah, it'll make it a lot easier than pricking their finger.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, measures the levels of sugar through their eyes, like the fluids.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's cool. Like, that's way better. If I was diabetic, I would probably fork out the money for that, as long as it worked and it didn't bother my eyes too
Well,
much.
I mean, you're also getting Google Glass with it.
No, I just said that. It doesn't have. It's not a Google Glass successor.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Oh, well, that's pretty dumb.
No, it's not. It's cool.
I'd rather just get a Google Glass that had that in it.
No, the concept of it is it's there to help diabetics. It's just made by Google. They've taken
Well-
like a very small portion of the Google Glass technology and
Congratulations, Google. I'm happy for you.
maybe in the future they'll work on a smart contact. Blink. Facebook update. Blink. Oh, Vine. Blink. Oh, I'm on Twitter.
At Matt Ream.
At Matt Ream. Click. Anyways,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say? Now that I've cut you off
I
twice.
still don't even know, man.
No, he's lost it. His train of
I
thought.
don't have a gosh darn clue.
You already stole my one story, so I gotta move down.
Yeah, I
the
took
page
that
a little
Mike
bit.
Myers one.
Nintendo projecting losses for this year.
Yeah, you think so?
They projected 9 million Wii U sales and only 2.8.
Yeah.
And they projected.
I didn't even think they'd get 2.8.
They projected 18 million 3DS sales and only got to 12.8. So, they tried. Like, the 3DS is really freaking cool, and
I have one.
and there's still games that they're releasing for it that are
yeah?
going to be really cool.
It's a good time.
The Wii U really needs to find its footing, and they also need to maybe think about working on a true
console, maybe?
a true next generation console.
Yeah.
They just adopted HD technology,
Yeah.
so that's it. It's not next gen. It's not.
It's not at all. It's previous gen still.
Maybe they need to talk to Sega and put out the Nintendo Dreamcast 3. I know that doesn't exist. I'm just being a smartass.
No thanks.
Okay, so, TV news. The 100 TV series, where 100 juvenile delinquents are sent to a bombed-out future Earth in an attempt to recolonize Earth. It debuted in January 1st, 2014, and to continue in March. The premise looks promising.
What's that show called?
It's called The 100.
The 100.
Yeah, 100 kids and, like, adolescents and, like, young adults have been sent to a bombed-out apocalyptic future Earth in an attempt to recolonize it. It's like their punishment. Like, it's in the future, and humans have, like, colonized other planets and shit, and this is their punishment. They're being sent to Earth to try 100 people. 100, like, kids and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 4 DC shows on 3 different networks. Yeah.
Which ones?
Gotham, produced by Fox Network. Constantine, produced by NBC. And Flash and Hourman on CW. All...
Flash and which?
and Hourman.
And which, when do they start?
Flash has already had his backdoor pilot on the
Green Arrow.
Arrow show.
Yep.
And Hourman has been referenced in season 1. I've got a full synopsis.
Of Green Arrow?
What?
Or of Arrow, or whatever
Of
it's
Arrow,
called?
yeah. I'm going to talk about it
So when does Flash start, though? I want to watch that.
later this year. They're filming it. So, Gotham is a Smallville-style Bruce Wayne story focusing on the origin of Bruce Wayne, the Joker, and many other DCU heroes and villains in the Batverse. Not connected to Ben Affleck's or Christian Bale's Batman, main character is Jim Gordon as he works his way through the ranks, his first major case being the Wayne murder.
Crazy.
And that's being produced by the Fox Network.
That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think that's going to be crazy. If it can do what Smallville did for 10 years, that could...
With
like,
the
he's-
Joker and stuff, I'm pretty excited for that. That sounds pretty good.
Like, it's not... You're not going to see...
Especially if it... Well, yeah, Batman barely will ever be in it. He'll be in it, but barely ever.
No, he's not going to be Batman until the end. He's 12 when this happens.
Cool.
Yeah. So you get to see Batman grow up, and if it goes on as long as Smallville, like 10 years, that means he'll be 22 when it's done. If it's
Sweet.
one solid character, and they don't just, like, flash forward all of a sudden and fucking, oh, he's 15, oh, he's 18, oh, he's 22, and it's only been, like, 4 fucking seasons. I'm not going to go for that, but if he grows up, like...
You want it to be the same actor throughout the whole 10 years filming it?
Yeah, just like Smallville.
Was it? How old was he when he started?
15 throughout 25.
Really?
Yeah.
He started filming it when he was 15?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch that show.
I have all 10 seasons, and we talk about it almost every podcast.
At least like a few times a week we do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, the first few seasons, I don't know if you're going to like, because it's like Freak of the Week, who's got mutant powers and stuff.
I liked Mutant Powers. Mutant Powers are sweet.
And then eventually it starts incorporating, like, more and more DCU characters and, like, people from the future and whole storylines, and Lex gets superpowers, and, like, this is a whole imagining throughout 75 years of comics. Like, it's not tied down by any certain continuity. You get Bronze, Silver, and Golden Age of Superman.
You know what I've come to terms with?
What?
This podcast has almost turned into a comics podcast.
That's no. There we talk about video games too.
Yeah, but not nearly as much as we talk about
Well,
comics.
because there's just we're having the transition of old gen to new gen.
There's just so much news right now for comics.
Well, yeah. Can we help that?
I can't.
Okay, but when there's more video game news, we'll talk about video games.
How
But
about them next gens?
how about them next gens? I love it, but right now I've on the last 2 chapters of fucking Last of Us.
I know. How's that going for you? You
Oh,
still
it's
haven't
so
beat
amazing.
it. Last week you said that's why we finished our podcast last week.
It's longer than I thought. Okay. I read the little part of the manual. Like I only use it to like find firefly pendants and stuff. I don't use it for
Yeah,
actual.
like as soon as you clear the room or whatever.
Yeah, I don't use it for actual gameplay or to figure out how. Like do the actual figuring out part for myself. But if I need to find like a crazy firefly pendant or maybe look for some supplies or something like that, I'll take a glance. But I was reading the little synopsis part, and it's like, okay, Ellie and Joel have been traveling for the better part of a year now. I've been playing Last of Us for about a year. Mission here, mission there, like whenever I have time. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5, Dead Rising 3. I played through BioShock Infinite, Injustice. I played through the BioShock Infinite DLC. I have wrapped so many games that I'm actually proud that I've been able to do it. Call of Duty Ghosts, played the storyline through that. Borderlands 2, I've completed the entire game and most of the DLC.
Ghetto life.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding. Don't get a life. This shit's fucking awesome. I love it.
You recently completed Batman Origins, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
What other games have you completed?
I want the DLC
aren't you
for
90
it. I should buy the DLC for that right now.
Aren't you 95% through a C4?
91.
91?
Still 91%. Yeah. I haven't played it since.
You want to get Initiation and what's the other DLC? Oh, the Mr. Freeze DLC isn't out yet, is it?
I want to get the Initiation one for sure, though.
Okay. Well, yeah. You get to go through the freaking League of
I
Assassins.
have $30 in my bank account. I could probably get it right now if I wanted to.
You should do it.
Should I?
Yes.
I should, like,
And-
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you should also give me some sour keys.
I don't. I ate them all.
Well,
And
where the fuck
by
is
the
the
way-
other candy?
All the Reese minis are gone, too.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me one.
Yeah, that's why I gave you. Oh,
But yeah.
You put them behind here, bud.
How did they get right there?
I don't know, but here's a whole shitload of candies.
Do you
for
want some too?
I'll probably have a few, but go ahead.
That's awesome. Well, this is the one where this is the episode where he loses and finds the candy.
The one with the candy. We'll call it the one with the candy. There you go. Anyways, so I'm gonna try and get this DLC for Batman while we're on it. While we're at it. And what do you got next, bud?
I'm gonna talk about Constantine being produced by NBC.
Yeah, go ahead. I saw the movie. I wasn't really impressed with it.
Well, they had 2 hours to try and portray a very
That movie was 2 hours long.
hour and 45 minutes. I'm
Holy
guessing.
shiza.
I don't know. You asked me
It
such.
was pretty boring, man.
Okay, for people that actually listen to us, and if you've listened to every episode through and through,
They haven't.
I know they haven't, but eventually when we get popular, maybe they'll go back and listen to old episodes. But he always asked me impossible questions.
Man,
how long is that? Oh, well, what's that? He asked
Man,
me.
I like
if he asked
details.
Me, if
I
he,
like
if he asked
details.
me
What
how
can I
old
say?
Bruce Wayne is, or fucking something like that, and it depends on the universe, you son of a bitch.
I know.
I can answer questions like that, but how long was that movie? I don't know. 90 minutes? I don't know. An hour and 28 minutes? Hour and 15 minutes? I don't know. But if you go throughout this podcast, you'll notice that he asks me questions like that, and it's really funny.
I think that's almost all I do is ask you questions.
Like that. I can answer most of your questions, but then one or two will come along and it'll be like, I really don't know the answer to that, man.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Maybe I should start learning the answers to your fucking odd questions.
You should. You should just know everything. And then it would be easy to know.
So you weren't really impressed with the Keanu Reeves version?
Not a big fan.
I mean, you're older now. Would you go back and watch it and try and notice things that you might not have noticed?
I didn't really know anything about Constantine, so I can't really tell you.
Okay. I'll accept that. You should just get the season pass.
I could do that.
You
Yeah,
should just get the season pass.
yeah I'm gonna just get the season pass, and
There
then
you
I
go.
get Infinite Earth skins pack too. Don't
You get all of
I?
that.
And then the New Millennium skins.
You get
pack.
all of it.
Do I? I'm gonna get it.
I think so, and if not, it's only like $1.99 and something else, right?
Something like that. So, anyways, I'm getting the season pass for Arkham Origins.
I like that.
Yeah, how does that make you squeal?
It makes me squeal quite nicely. Anyways,
And
Constantine.
authorize the payment. Please select a different payment option or add a new one.
Oh, what's wrong with your money?
What's wrong with my money? I don't know. That's a good question.
You should maybe check if you have your money.
I can't do that right now
I
because
know
we're
you can't.
podcasting.
I know.
I can do it after the podcast. So that's a good.
Constantine, the paranormal adventures of John Constantine.
Yep.
How does that make you feel?
I don't even know, man.
I know. I'm just bothering you.
The
Anyways,
John Constantine. Like I don't even know.
we all
what
remember the
that is.
Constantine movie a while back, starring Keanu Reeves. You
Yep,
have
I
expressed
watched it.
you have expressed your opinion on
I
that.
did.
You didn't really like it.
Not a big fan.
A whole TV series with multiple seasons, if it does well, should be interesting. Whether it sticks to paranormal aspects or has DC elements, now that Constantine has been folded into the DC universe. As of issue 300 of the Hellblazer series, now I will answer your question. It is not called Constantine in the comics universe. It was run by Vertigo for years, but after the New 52 event, the old-aged veteran John Constantine was retired, and a new young John Constantine debuted in the DC universe. The Vertigo character has been retired as of issue 300.
So the character from the movie isn't the same character? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it is. It's based on that character, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying the old version has been retired.
Gotcha.
Like, as of issue 300. A younger version has debuted in the DC universe that now can interact with characters like Superman and stuff like that. In episode 4, I think you asked me a question of, okay, well, can characters like that interact with, like, Superman and Batman stuff? No, only in special events that, like, threaten the universe and stuff like that. And that almost non-existent. Like, they almost never happen, those events.
I couldn't get the season pass, but I got initiation, so that's pretty dope.
You apparently didn't have enough money.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't have the cash for it. So, what was one of the other shows? We went over Flash, kind of. We went over Constantine.
More on Constantine.
Okay. Yeah, what do
Like
you
I
got?
said, a younger John Constantine debuted in the DC universe. He is part of Justice League Dark, which that particular movie is being in development by
Is this Constantine gonna be in it?
I'm hoping so.
That'd be cool.
Is being in the works by Warner Brothers, and if it's in talks to be connected to Man of Steel 2, and Justice League.
Dark, like Justice League Dark and Justice League will be tied together.
The working
somehow.
title is Dark Universe, Justice League Dark. Like, those are the two titles that they're going with right now. They haven't really... If it's allowed to be connected, they're going to call it Justice League Dark. If it's just going to be an independent movie, they're going to call it Dark Universe. And it'll feature characters like Zatanna, John Constantine, Swamp Thing.
I don't know who Zatanna is. I know
She's
who Swamp Thing is, and I know who Constantine is.
she's a magical character that inherited her father's magic book. She speaks words backwards, and it does like magical things. She'll say like chains backwards, and they'll have like chains wrapped around them. She'll say like be quiet, and people will be quiet. But she says it backwards. That's like what makes her unique.
That's weird.
It's like a spell.
It's pretty cool, but it's weird.
Yeah. Instead of abracadabra. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll have weird characters like that. Weird, and they deal with paranormal things.
Yeah.
Like ghosts and
I like ghosts.
demons and...
Speaking
things
of
like
ghosts, is he behind my chair?
Yeah, he's passed the fuck out. I love that he's passed the fuck out. Oh, beer. Thank you.
No.
Oh, you want me to open your beer?
Yeah.
Get it.
There you go. Thanks, bud.
Now he has the ability to meet these characters. He had his own set of characters in the Hellblazer series. And
Constantine did?
yeah.
Yeah.
And now this also means that he'll be able to like truly interact with Superman and Batman because Superman's
Do you think...
vulnerable to magic, so
Yeah.
that gives he's like a major character when it comes to magical things.
I
And
love
demons and
asking
ghosts.
you comic questions just because I think the comic book universes are just so...
Fast.
Just so... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better word for interesting, but interesting.
For lack of a better word, interesting.
Yeah, like I find them so interesting that I just need to fucking know everything.
Now,
So, my next question is, do you think that the Justice League in the new Superman vs. Batman, whatever Justice League, do you think that Justice League will ever interact with, if they are in the same universe, the Dark Justice League?
well, they're discussing that right now. Like, I really, really hope that the director gets the ability to be able to do that. And I hope the TV shows that they're set.
Is the director for the first Man of Steel, Zack Snyder, is he doing
Dark
Justice
Universe?
League too and Dark Universe?
He's not doing Dark Universe, and I'm sure he'll have major involvement in Justice League. But as far as I know, Zack Snyder is only involved in, like, Man of Steel related stuff. I'm hoping that other directors do other stuff, just like Marvel. Like, if it's just Zack Snyder creating these movies...
I thought Joss Whedon has been doing most of them. Like Iron Man, he's done those, right?
No.
I thought he did Iron Man. Oh.
He directs certain scenes
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. Jon Favreau is in
Oh, yeah, right.
Iron Man 1 and 2. Shane Black is Iron Man 3. Joss Whedon is Avengers 1 and 2. The final scene in Captain America, he had creative control of how Thor was perceived. But mostly he's just been in charge of Avengers. And I really cannot wait for Avengers 2.
Isn't he in charge of how things go down in this universe?
Yeah, that's why I keep saying why was... Like, I understand that Nathan Fillion is busy, and he's not going to be able to play Ant-Man till later, if he even does. Like I said earlier in the podcast, this might be the final nail in the coffin. He probably might not play it now. Now that they've got Michael Douglas as an older Hank Pym, and Paul Rudd as Scott Lang.
Who is the third Ant-Man?
Who is the third Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Eric something. I will get the name for you right here.
Alright. So while you're doing that,
and Ant-Man is the creator of Ultron. So
I think we've been over this already.
we have been over this, but
with the creation of Ultron and such.
Tony Stark is currently possibly is how the direction of the movies is going to go. It's going to be an evil Iron Man suit, basically.
Yeah,
with
that's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens, I guess. Is that this year that's coming out or next year?
Next year.
What's this year? Spider-Man?
Yeah, but that's not part of the MCU.
No, obviously not. But then we got the X-Men, Days of Future Past.
Still not part of the MCU, though.
No. What do we have part of the MCU? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy, August 2014, and Captain America.
Yeah, that's it. That's it this year? That's it?
Yeah, but I'm really excited for Guardians of the Galaxy because it's the first independent, like, property. Like, they're taking a big risk with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not any established characters. It's not anything with Iron Man.
Something brand new.
Something brand new. Iron Man 3 was supposed to have a post-credit scene where he actually gets a message from the Guardians of the Galaxy and takes off in a deep space Iron Man.
Iron Man does?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But they cut it out. And it's not even in the deleted scenes. They're possibly going to put it in something else. Like at the end of Captain America or something.
Crazy. So what else you got for me, bud?
I've got lots of crazy stuff for you.
A whole bunch more?
Eric O'Grady is the name of the third Ant-Man. He first appears at the end of Civil War arc, which is where characters are... the government starts cracking down and make you register your superpowers. You remember in Iron Man 2 where they wanted Iron Man, Tony Stark, to register his suit and stuff? Kind of plays off that. But they want, like, everybody. They want everybody to start registering their stuff, and why is your fucking...
My Xbox 360 is a piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
It's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want you to start register what powers you have, who your name is, things like that. And certain characters were cool with it, And certain characters are like, no, fuck that. Or she could have our identity as our lives.
My identity is my life, too.
Yeah, you're Batman.
I am Batman.
Oh, we shouldn't have told people that.
Whoops. Nobody's listening 35 minutes into this podcast anyways, so it's all good.
No, it's not good. They're going to be listening to
They're
it.
not going to know I'm Batman until like a year from now when they do listen to this part.
Oh, okay.
So I'm good for a year.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. He's a low-level, Eric O'Grady is a low-level agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, that could be incorporated into the Agents
Maybe
of
he'll
S.H.I.E.L.D.
be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nathan Fillion.
Yeah? Oh, I like you. I like your style.
How about that for you, buds?
He stumbles upon Dr. Henry Pym's latest incarnation.
Joss Whedon has something to do with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV
Yeah,
show,
that's
right?
why this
There you go.
this-
Nathan Fillion, Joss Whedon TV show.
Eric O'Grady,
There you go, bud.
finally a version that he can play.
We got you.
We finally got one version left for him to play. I was really hoping on, Henry Pym, the Ant-Man.
But that would be cool if he was a regular on the TV show.
Well, a special guest appearance would be nice.
A regular
because
would
his
be even better.
his parent company, he works on Castle, like my favorite show of all time,
I
and
don't know if you can hear that, but Batman Arkham Origins is in the background.
my favorite show of all time, Castle, and the parent company is ABC, which Disney.
I gotta tell you something real quick.
What?
Battery's only at 5%.
So we should maybe hurry up on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh no, the cord's right there.
Except for the whole thing where I got a charger.
Yeah.
So now we're good to go because I got a charger.
And we're good to go because we finally have some positive Ant-Man news for Nathan Fillion.
That's good.
I'm sorry.
It's not even news, but it would be good to see.
I know. I'm just being a smartass.
It would be good. I'd enjoy it. Tell you that.
So yes, I do have more news for you.
I know you do, because you're running this one.
I know I'm sort of running this one. Flash and Hourman. Now, Flash and Hourman
Yep.
are on the same network.
Yep.
Which
Which
is
one?
the CW, formerly known as the WB. Which is...
Still run by WB, right?
Yes. It's just got a different name.
Yeah.
So,
What's CW stand for?
I don't know. See? 2 of these questions in one fucking episode. How does that make you feel? I really don't know. So,
I just like to ask questions, man.
Well, I
That's my
don't know,
thing.
and I'm not going to take the time to look it up. Okay?
See, I'm a good interviewer, aren't I?
Yeah, but you asked me some really weird questions.
That's why I like me. That's why I can't wait till the good interview. You know which one I'm talking about, but
Oh
I can't.
my
I can't
God.
announce the interview right now.
No, because it has to be in stone before we can even...
Yeah.
Like, I want him... Yeah.
I know you want him.
Not that way. We have a very interesting interview possibly coming up, and we're both pretty stoked for it.
It's gonna be a good time, I believe.
And as Matt said, half of you probably stopped listening about 11 minutes ago, so...
Something like that, if not earlier.
If not earlier. But anyways, we've got very special guests coming up in the next month or two.
Yep.
And as Matt, at Matt...
One
Ream,
or two special guests.
and as at Matt Ream said on the Twitter, we can't announce it until we know for sure. So keep listening, like, share, subscribe, and you might find out who that super special guest
I'll give you
is.
a hint.
No, you can't give them a hint at all because
No, they're not gonna know who it is.
because they're not. They stopped listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So can I just give a hint?
You sure can.
I'll give you. We're gonna have 2 interviews. One of them, I'll give you a hint. They're both underground rappers.
They are. One is more famous, and one is one of our hometown.
Yeah,
People.
he. I grew up with him, and I went to high school with him, and he was pretty cool.
The other one is from Canada.
Yeah, and that's the only hint you get. So
Yeah.
shush.
Okay. That narrows down a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it really does.
If you wouldn't have said Canada, you would have just made it a lot better. But now people might know.
No, there's
There's a few people. Let's
there's a
not
few.
say any.
there's Classified.
No, let's not say any because
There's
that
evil.
could it could be
There's
classified.
evil. There's evil Ebenezer.
Yeah.
There's
There's a couple other guys
there's
too.
a couple other guys, yeah. There's this one guy. His name's Case. He's pretty awesome.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Mad Child. He's crazy too.
He's a
I
good
wish
guy.
we could get an interview with him.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Man, we should try.
We should try. That would be crazy. We do have a schedule currently set up for Young Catalyst.
Yeah, a young
And that was
catalyst.
the one you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah, we can tell you about that one. He's confirmed for a point of review interview. We can give you
Yep.
that.
He's just got to pass through town one of these days.
He lives here now.
He does live here now.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
going to party in a few other towns for a bit.
Well, he's got work to do.
Yeah, he's an underground rapper. What
Exactly.
can you expect?
What can you expect?
He's got to go party, you know.
Anyways, we've gotten a little off topic
Yeah,
about
so-
the 2 secret interviews that we're eventually going to do. One's not so
One's
secret.
not a secret anymore. It's completely out there now.
Yeah. Anyways, I've got some more news on the Flash Hour Man.
It'll probably be
Arrow
about
thing.
episode 10 that interview comes out.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Flash and Hour Man, formerly the WB network, being in development on the CW network, which I don't know what it stands for, you crazy son of a bitch.
It's okay. I
The
forgive
Flash
you.
TV show, premiering later this year. This character has appeared in Arrow as Barry Allen without powers in a 2-episode arc and will go on to pilot his own show later this year.
Is it the same actor?
Yes,
Nice.
that's what I'm getting at. Our Man is currently in development. A superhero that has powers for 1 hour thanks to his Miraclo pill that he developed in the comics. Scientist Rex Tyler has durability, strength, and speed, all for 1 hour.
This pill,
He created it. That's in the comics. It should be interesting.
So he takes a pill and he's
Strong.
a superhero for an hour.
For an hour, named Our Man. This character was...
So if he takes 2, does he get...
No, it doesn't work like that. There's no stacking effect. It's Our Man.
I'm
There's no
asking a
2-hour
question,
man,
okay?
4-hour man, 5-hour man. Holy shit, 24-hour
what?
man. I'm just bugging you.
Has he ever tried to take 2?
Yeah, and got addicted, and there was a story arc about that.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
I would have been addicted already. Just taking 1, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna do this as soon as it wears off.
He was,
That's bad to say, isn't
this
it?
character was referenced on Arrow by the Japanese drug Miracru, English translation Miracle, developed by scientist Anthony Ivo, who himself in the comics created Amazo the Cyborg, who can absorb powers from superheroes. Remember that Under the Red Hood that we watched?
Yeah, the one where he fell into the big thing and then what's-his-name became what's-his-name?
Okay, most awesome description ever. The one with Nightwing and
Yeah, Nightwing was in it.
and the other Jason,
Yeah.
the other Robin Hood, known as
Jason
Jason
Todd.
Todd.
Turned into fucking Red Hood.
There we go.
And
That one.
The
Remember
one, it showed Joker falling into the thing, though.
Yes.
When he was Red Hood.
The
That's
or-
what I was talking about.
the origin story
Yeah,
of.
That's what I was talking about.
Remember
I said
when
the thing
Nightwing
not
and Batman
falling
were
into
fighting that thing?
the thing? I remember
That
when
robot?
Nightwing and Nightwing and Batman were fighting, but I don't remember what it was against.
That thing.
Okay.
That robot.
What about it?
The scientist that created the drug on this show has.
The Hour Man?
Okay, what?
Hour Man. The drug. The pill that turns into
Yes.
super-
That scientist, the one that created that robot, has appeared on Our Man. Or on fucking Arrow. See, you got me all fucking turned around because you asked these fucking weird questions.
Okay, so is the guy that made the pill the guy that made the
He hasn't been
machine?
on the show yet.
Is
Okay,
he, is
what?
he the same guy that made the machine? The guy that made the pill?
No. His name is Rex Tyler. And the one that made the pill on the show, his name is Anthony Ivo. But that's not going to be
Okay.
Our Man. He just made the pill. And in the
Just
comics...
trying to get everything all sorted out here, bud.
Well, sometimes the questions that you ask...
I know, man. I'm epic
It's,
like that.
No, it's way too in depth. Like, they definitely would have stopped listening at that. Like, wow, what?
I like my questions, man.
Yeah, I get it. Anyways,
Some people might want to know the same thing.
the scientist who created the drug on the show, known as Miracru, which is the English, or the fucking Japanese word for Miracle.
Is which Miracle?
Miracle.
Miracle?
In the comics, that particular person, Anthony Ivo, is the inventor of the Amazo cyborg, which has the ability to absorb superhuman powers. Rex Tyler is the actual inventor of Miraclo in the comics. So it's an interesting take on where they're taking things. If this all eventually pans out and is connected to the DC movies, that'll be interesting. But I'm going to stop talking about that because that's on a later note. Anyways, will Our Man try and stand on its own feet if Arrow remains successful, or will it rely on debuting on Arrow like Flash did? It's already been referenced with the drug.
I don't think that Our Man, I mean, from what you've told me about him, I don't think he deserves his own show.
Well, it's... Oh, okay.
I think just being an
Okay, 3 shows on one network. Possibly all on different days, all
I
airing
think
at the same time.
Our Man should maybe just be a cameo on a different guy's show.
Okay, but
I
unfortunately
don't see him being that big.
Okay, well, there's at least going to be an episode of one show.
Okay.
Like, that's... Like,
Well, that they made
You're-
it. They made
and
it.
I respect your opinion. I'm hoping that it does well. Could you imagine 3 interconnected...
I was hoping the Zombieland TV show would do well. They made one
Yeah.
episode and it didn't come out after that.
I was hoping for more, too, but the fact that they had a whole new
3
cast,
different characters.
a whole new cast.
Well, the same characters, but yeah, different
yeah,
cast.
that was the nail in the coffin.
I watched it.
But could you imagine 3 interconnected shows, one debuting on Monday, one on Friday, and what? Unless they debuted at different times, which is
I don't
gonna
know.
suck.
I just don't like the thing about Our Man.
Yeah, the whole drug thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like a drug, but the whole getting addicted arc would be interesting.
Yeah. It just reminds me of Limitless kind of though, except for it gives him super strength.
Super strength, super speed, super smarts.
Yeah. Well,
Durability.
that's what Limitless does. It gives
Well,
you super smarts basically.
Yeah, but I'm assuming durability means like maybe bulletproof or able to withstand a bat to the face, not being super smart. Like,
That
so
would be intense.
you have no interest in this show at all. Like this.
I don't
like,
know,
You
I'd-
don't like.
I'd
you
probably
stopped
watch.
watching in the last podcast we talked about. You stopped watching Shield.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot. It takes a lot to catch your eye.
Well-
Walking Dead, you're committed to.
Oh yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, committed to.
Oh, I'm more than committed to that.
I've been trying to get you to download Breaking
I'm
Bad.
gonna riot when it's done because I heard season 7's the end.
I've been trying to get you to download Breaking Bad.
I'm not downloading it until I get the money to download it off of iTunes.
Yeah, well, I know that, and I also have to pay you for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
because
GT.
I already got those for you off of iTunes.
Well, you got me Dragon Ball, the first 3 seasons.
Well, maybe not off of iTunes, but I got them for you.
I know.
So I don't even know if you can get those off of iTunes.
You can get Dragon Ball Z.
I know how to find things, man.
Anyways,
I got my ways.
you got your ways. With the podcast.
What's next on the news docket there, butts? We're
Like,
at 48 minutes in already here.
like I was saying, the 3 DC shows on one network, all with interconnectivity, is definitely a very cool concept, and I'm hoping that it pans out. I see that you're not interested in any way, shape, or form for Our Man, but you are interested in Flash. But
Oh, definitely for Flash. Flash is one
what
of my
is it?
favorite
Are you gonna
superheroes.
get 6 episodes in and be like, oh, this is boring, or are you gonna wait
With
for
Flash?
Yeah.
No, I'll watch Flash for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like you got about 8 episodes into Agents of Shield and was like, well,
Yeah, but that was I thought it was gonna be completely different.
well, they finally told you what happened to Coulson, and they also changed.
I see. I didn't even watch that far.
I know.
I'm maybe on like episode 6.
I know. And they also introduced a new supervillain. So you really need to maybe consider delving back into it.
Yeah, maybe. I probably will.
I'm gonna be
'cause I
like-
like Marvel.
I'm
so.
gonna be like at Game Over Greggy, telling Colin, you son of
at
a...
nose taxation.
At no taxation. I'm gonna be like Game Over Greggy and be like, watch it, you son of a bitch. You got a hair on you that's really long.
Yeah, it's not mine.
I know it's not.
It's that chick's.
That chick's. Anyways,
My-
yeah.
I don't
Your
even
friend
wanna say
person. Yeah. I'm interested in 3 shows that are connected all on one network. Gotham and Constantine on 2 different networks. That's, they're not.
The
They're not.
Gotham one I want to watch.
I know you do,
and
'cause
the
Batman.
yeah, well, yeah, and the Flash one I want to watch, and then there's Our Man and what?
Arrow.
Constantine.
Arrow. Constantine is on NBC.
Arrow's already going though.
Arrow's on its second season, and it's
Yeah, but I was talking about the new ones that are coming out. What are the new ones that are coming out? There's the Flash.
There's Flash and Hourman, which are on the same network as Arrow, and they're all going to be interconnected. That's
with
what.
Arrow. Yeah, I already know Flash is, but I didn't know about the Hourman. You said Hourman was already.
Okay, the last
Hourman
like
was
20
mentioned-
minutes I was just.
Hourman was mentioned in Arrow. You said right at the.
Yeah, and I said it was the same character.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all connected.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
You're allowed to ask me stupid questions, and then I'm allowed to not understand what's going on. Apparently.
I understand.
Okay, so those three
Holy.
those three shows are connected, and John Constantine and Gotham are on two different networks.
Are John Constantine and Gotham connected?
No, because they're on two different networks.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
John
Why are you
Con-
on the floor?
I
I've
don't
always
know.
wanted to know that.
I don't know. John Constantine is on NBC, and Gotham is on Fox, which is going to be done in the style of him growing up. He's 12 years old when it happens.
I think we've gone over this. We should move on to something new.
Something new? Okay,
Yeah.
well, do you got any topics?
Do I have any topics? Well,
Yeah.
there's this one thing that I wanted to talk about after you were done with all your topics.
Okay, go ahead.
But
Because
do-
I've got a few. I've
Well,
got one or two left.
we got 9 minutes left of this podcast, so go ahead with like two more. Give us two more.
Give you
The
two
most
more-
important ones. Do you
The
think?
two more? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
give us the two
While
two
I'm
most important
looking
ones.
going through my notes, tell me one of your stories.
Oh, mine's not even a story. Mine's just what?
I need to go through my notes.
Oh no!
So I'm asking
go through
you
your
to tell
notes.
one of your stories so that there's not radio silence.
I don't have a story, but I have something to ask you.
Okay.
I have another question, like usual.
Oh, okay. So what is this question?
I've asked you this question before, but I don't know if I've asked you on the podcast before.
Okay.
I don't know if we've gone over this before.
Right.
And since we talk about comics a lot, I was going to ask you this on the podcast.
Okay.
I don't think many people that listen to this podcast know what I look like or know what you look like
No, because they're listening to
because
us.
they're listening to us and they can't see us.
Right.
But
What?
if there was any comic book character,
Nightwing.
let me finish the question. If there was any comic book character you could see me playing in a TV show or a movie, which one would it be?
And it would be Nightwing. Dick Grayson.
And
Robin.
now, can you explain why that would be?
Well, because you just seem like that kind of person.
You think I would be a dick?
I think you would be a dick. And unfortunately, if the universe granted you with superpowers, you might go supervillain anti-hero on me.
Nightwing was anti-hero?
No, I'm saying if you were granted with superpowers, you might fucking go supervillain or anti-hero on me.
Well, yeah,
So-
I would, but Nightwing wouldn't.
No, Nightwing wouldn't. So, if you were to play any character without powers, which is what the current universe that we live in, you would be Nightwing.
Okay.
I could see you being Flash.
So if
but
I had powers...
Flash,
The Flash?
yes.
Okay. So, do you want to know... I don't really know for sure which one I would pick for you.
Deadpool.
You think Deadpool?
Yeah, because I'm crazy.
I'm thinking either... You could probably do Deadpool. You could probably do... I said a different one another day. I forgot what it was.
You didn't say it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably do... There was somebody who could do Joker really good. There was somebody who could do his laugh, but I forget who it was.
Me.
Was it?
Yeah, I've shown you his.
Do the Joker laugh.
Oh, I don't want to do it on.
No, yeah, you do.
I don't want to do it on audio right now because I'll fuck it up.
Oh, come
And I have to
on.
practice it for a while.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll get you to do it one time on the
Oh yeah, of
podcast.
course. I'll get it done properly one day. Because I can.
I don't feel like
I used
you...
to be able to do his voice and everything perfectly, like Heath Ledger style.
Oh, yeah?
It takes me.
Kind of like Bane's? How people can do that?
Oh yeah, I know your love for people who can do. Bane
I love
voice.
the people that can do the Bane accent from the new...
Colin Moriarty, you do a great Bane voice.
He does.
At no taxation.
Yes.
At no taxation, you do a great Bane, and the episode where you teach us to make chicken cutlets, prime.
No one knew who he was until he put on the mask.
Oh. And
love
at Game
that
Over Greggy, you need to do more Oreo reviews.
Yeah, I've sent him a few pictures of what
I like
Oreos
the
he should
Morio.
review.
The Morio looks awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that real? Can
I
I
don't
buy?
know.
Can I buy Morios?
I don't want
Please?
to, but I
What?
think he should just buy one and just do
You
it.
don't want to buy Morios?
I want him to review it before I do. That's
Okay.
why. That's why I showed him.
But what if they're not real?
If they're not real, then I don't care.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I showed him. So if they are real, he could get them and then tell me if they're good or not.
So, the new leader of the Justice League in the comics is
Oh yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Here we go. How do you feel about that?
That's crazy, man.
I feel like I should
As a
drink this
person
beer
who
because,
literally...
didn't you bring one in here?
Yeah, it's right there. It's not open. As
Well,
someone
that's
who literally
shitty.
grew up with Smallville for 10 years and watched him go from his own twisted hero to anti-hero to not-so-hero to...
Was he bald in the
Yes.
Smallville? Like
Yes.
throughout the whole thing?
Yes.
As a teenager and
Yes.
shit?
No, he wasn't a teenager. He was always a young adult.
Oh.
Like 20... He was like 20-something when Clark was like freaking...
So he's always been older than Clark?
Always been older than Clark.
Even in the comics?
Yes. Questions I can answer. Lovely. Yeah, he is the leader of the Justice League right now. Obviously, the comics are taking a complete different direction as towards what the films will be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least the Marvel Universe is like, somewhat taking elements of events that are somewhat going on right now or happened within the
I would
last-
rather if they didn't in the comics. I want the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be its completely different thing.
Well, they're thinking about touching on the Civil War thing that happened in 2006, so that's 6 years ago.
Well, I mean, I understand that they want to bring things in from the comics, but I don't
Well,
want
Days
the
of
comics.
Future-
I don't want the comics to bring things in from the movies. I want the movies to
Okay,
bring
well,
things
it's already
in from
been
the
done,
comics.
so let's.
Well, that sucks.
It's happened both ways, so let's just throw that topic away for another day. Okay.
Alright.
We'll have
Fair
a whole
enough.
separate podcast on lovely the way comic book companies do things. Days of Future Past, the X-Men story,
Yeah.
that happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
The name that Joss Whedon picked for Avengers 2.
Yeah.
That storyline literally just happened last year. It's not going to have anything to do with that particular
Yeah.
storyline.
The one from the comics called Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not going to have anything to do with that.
Okay, I knew that. Yeah.
And that's the only two examples that I have. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's all we got then.
No, I got lots more stuff.
Oh well, then fucking.
I was just saying.
Going.
I was just saying.
The longer the better, man. I mean, people ain't even listening, but hell, I don't care.
What are we at now?
We're 57 and a half minutes in.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lex Luthor is the leader of the Justice League. We haven't even touched on that.
Well, we
we're
kind of have, but I don't
No,
even
we were
know.
just
How do
talking
you
about
feel
other.
about
We
it?
were just talking about other things. That it's interesting.
What do you think he's gonna like? How do you think he became the leader of the Justice League?
They have this event going on right now called Forever Evil. A lot of supervillains are basically, running the DC universe, and a lot of crazy things are happening. If Game Over Greg ever listens to us, I'm sure he'll give me a slap because I'm probably bastardizing exactly what's going on. I can't afford to read all the comics that I want to read. I can only read the Wikipedia pages, and they only give you the gist of what's going on. They've had some pretty big shakeups in the already crazy rebooted universe that already has crazy things going on in
Are you
it.
talking about the new 52?
The new 52, yeah. It's like I said in a week ago on our last podcast, certain characters' origins have been completely rewritten. The amount of time each Robin spent with Batman has been changed. Superman's adoptive parents are already dead, like Martha and Pa Kent. They're already gone. Both of them.
Adopted parents?
The ones that are not from Krypton.
Oh fuck, man!
Jesus Christ, man!
Wait, I totally thought you were talking about Batman for a second. I was like, when did Bruce Wayne get adopted?
He didn't. Alfred raised him.
I know. That's
Okay,
what I
good.
meant. I thought you were talking about Bruce Wayne for a second there.
No,
I
Clark.
totally just zoned out.
Yes, you did. No, his parents are dead. There's this whole crazy thing, Earth 2.
Yeah.
They have in the old DC universe, the characters that like our grandparents grew up with, like the original Green Lantern and
Like the original Flash.
Yeah, like the one that can only run the speed of sound, and he has nothing. He's not really connected to the speed. He does eventually. There's huge stories that do connect him to the Speed Force eventually, but he could only run about the speed of sound in the beginning.
The Speed Force makes Barry Allen run at the speed of light.
Yes, and Jake Garrick and Bart Allen and Wally West and other characters that are connected to the Speed Force.
What's the name of Reverse Flash? His actual name?
Ibn something.
Oh yeah, right.
The one he's from the 25th century.
Yeah, so it's a messed up
In that version.
21st century name.
Yeah. Eobard Thawne.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thawne. I always thought he kept saying thong for some reason.
Professor Zoom.
Yeah.
The Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's from the 25th century. Future crazy psycho guy.
Future crazy psycho guy.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I like future crazy psycho guy.
They suck, don't they?
Future crazy psycho guys, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
But yeah, Lex Luthor, leader of the Justice League, it should be interesting. The New 52 universe is completely different, and it looks like the MCU, or not the MCU, the DC movie universe is
DCMU.
DCMU is going to be completely different too. There's a theory that Wonder Woman is going to be descended from Kryptonians, and I'm not impressed with that. That means Wonder Woman is basically related to Superman.
In a way, I mean they're both Kryptonian.
She's Amazonian Kryptonian raised on Earth, and
Well,
he's a purebred Kryptonian.
So she's part Amazonian, part Kryptonian in this one.
Again, questions that I don't know the answers to.
That's what I thought you just said, though.
Okay, I'm assuming that she's raised on the Amazon island, but these Amazon people are descended from Kryptonians.
So you think she's an Amazon Kryptonian? A Kryptonian that lived in the Amazon?
Well, yeah, that's been watered down with humans and Amazonians.
Okay. That's all. See, you don't have to get all frustrated.
I'm not. It's just you ask me questions and I just don't get it sometimes.
So then why don't you just say, man, I don't even know, instead of going,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's
I get
okay.
Frustrated, I guess.
I forgive you. I don't know about the people, but I do.
Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. I just get the questions that you ask sometimes.
Okay, so do you have any more news? We're over an hour. We can keep going if you want.
We're over an hour. We can do the banter part that we do.
What banter part? We've been doing the banter part the entire episode.
Oh, okay. I just meant the banter. You've let me basically run this episode, and you've told me that there's things that you wanted to talk about. So what are these things that you want to talk about?
Well, there was only that one. I wanted to talk about the one that we could, what character we could play in the movies, but we went over that already.
Okay, so you don't have any of your own news?
Man.
You literally did not look at anything at all?
I was leaving it up to you this week.
Oh, I understand that, but, you don't want to tell the people about how excited you are for the one game, The Forest, or the...
Oh, man.
Or how he tried to download Rust? You've done video game-related things. Do you not want to tell
Okay, so this week, what I did in video games...
Thank God I don't have to run the episode for 5 minutes. Jesus.
For the last, 2 minutes, I'll tell you what this week I did in video games. So...
Dead Rising 3, Broken Eagle comes out in 2 days, people. DBZ Battle of Z comes out next week, and what else comes out on January 28th? Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Anyways, Matt, before you forget.
So this week on video games... So I went to the bank, right? Because I barely ever have money now, because I don't work very often, and this is my job now, to do this podcast. And I am doing a pretty shitty job this week. You're welcome. But, so this week in video games, I went to the bank. I put in $20. I actually put in $30. Turned out I already had, $25 in there. So then I had, $55. So I spent, $20 on Rust on Steam. Turns out my computer doesn't run Rust very well. Lags a lot.
So you might be getting a Steam box.
No, I'm getting a Steam box is my next point.
Oh, right, okay.
And that leads me to my next
Next point.
which is Valve isn't making a virtual reality headset as we all thought maybe they were.
They're supporting.
They're supporting the Oculus Rift, which also brings me to my next point, is this game that's coming out called The Forest, which supports the Oculus Rift as well. And I'm hoping that this Forest game, The Forest, comes out on Steam so I can get a Steam box, hook up an Oculus Rift to it, and play this Forest game because I think it will scare the ever-living shit out of
It's
me.
this game where you've crash landed on an island
From a plane.
from a plane, and it's done. Okay,
You're the only survivor, by the way.
it's done Minecraft style, not graphically. Like if he runs
Pretty decent graphics, I'd say.
like if he gets a really good Steam box and freaking runs like all of his graphics to the shit.
I'm thinking about getting the Alienware one since it said it would be on par with
Like-
prices of the next-gen consoles.
I'm hoping that he runs this game to like the utmost graphic capability, and if he gets the Oculus Rift, I'm gonna like at least sit there for 5 minutes and look at it.
I'll definitely let you use it for sure.
Oh, I'm hoping to eventually get a Steam box eventually too, and download some of these crazy games. I want to try Rust. That Forest looks crazy.
I got Rust, so I mean it was only $20. So whenever I get my Steam box,
If I
it's
can
there
run,
for me
if
to
I
play
can
it.
run Team Fortress Team Fortress 2 maxed out on a Steam box, I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Walking Dead 1, 2, that would
Yep.
be interesting.
The Dead Linger.
The Dead Linger, like there would be some interesting games.
I got that. I bought that when it was only on build 7. It's on build 12 right now.
So there is some games. I would
Alpha still.
I would
bad
definitely
graphics.
hope for a decent paycheck, or to be somewhat maybe getting this YouTube thing figured out before I bought a Steam
Yeah.
box. And I could probably only afford a competitive. If the Alienware is rumored to compete with.
Hopefully it competes with the PS4 pricing.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I'm getting.
I'm
PlayStation
hoping in
4 first.
between,
Yeah.
maybe $450.
I'm really
Would
hoping.
be sweet.
I'm really hoping.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Can Steam boxes do other computer related stuff?
I don't think so.
Or is
I
it
think
literally
it,
just-
It runs this thing called Steam OS, Steam
Yeah.
operating system. So I think it's just literally the
So
Steam.
you can't partition and use like Microsoft.
No, I think it's literally just the Steam.
Okay, that's
I
interesting.
mean, you can
so there's no
like,
such thing as being able to Facebook
you can take out
on a
the hard drive from a Steam box and put in another one that has
And then
Windows
run-
operating system
Okay,
on it,
cool.
and you can
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So completely moddable.
yeah, it's a
Way
computer.
better than an Ouya. Makes an Ouya.
Yes, yes.
An Ouya already looks like a child's goddamn toy. This
An
makes
Ouya is, in my opinion, I don't even know why people. If you want to play mobile games, get a fucking mobile phone.
okay. Well,
Don't get a console for mobile
I wouldn't
games.
pay $99 for it. Let's get that out there. For one. For two, I would get it when it was on sale for $69 and came with an extra controller. And
I wouldn't get it.
The first thing I would do with it
Is yeah, go ahead.
would get all the old emulators, Super NES, NES, and things like that, until such time as I could either afford a Wii U or get my hands on a crazy.
Do you want to know why I wouldn't do that?
I don't know. I would say if I would never go and purposely go spend $100 on something like this. This would be if I got a huge freaking paycheck or won the goddamn lottery. I'd just be like, ooh, something to frivolously spend my money on.
Do you want to know?
But then
why,
again, I'd get a Wii U.
do you want to know why I wouldn't get an Ouya for
I'm
emulators?
not ever going to get a Ouya.
I'm just saying. Do you
Ever.
want? I'm just saying.
I know. I know.
Do you want to know?
Why?
Because it's just not the same.
It's not.
The controller, I don't like the
I
boomerang
don't.
look of
I don't
it.
either. I don't like the Steam
It's
controller.
not a Super Nintendo controller, that's for goddamn sure. It's not a Nintendo 64 controller,
No,
that's
it's
for
not.
goddamn sure.
I'm really hoping that SteamOS either supports Xbox 360 controller or Xbox One controller.
I'm
Or
hoping-
PlayStation 4 controller.
Yeah.
Any
Anything.
of those three options. 'Cause
I'm
really
hoping
do-
like mostly an Xbox 360 controller would be perfect.
I don't like the SteamOS controller. Even with its new improvement with the touchscreen being dropped and the directional pads being added. Don't like it. Don't
I don't
want
know.
it. Don't want to pay for it.
I'd have to I don't know. I would buy it, and if it came with the system I would try it.
Yeah. It does.
But-
your Alienware will come
Yeah,
with
yeah.
But-
But if a different controller, if I don't like how it feels, I will definitely try. A
You
different
want
controller.
peripheral availability
Yeah,
is what you're getting at.
I want it to have the option,
Right.
just in case I don't like the controller.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're in agreement with that.
Yeah. But if I like the controller, I'll definitely use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It looks interesting. Don't get me
They're
wrong.
trying to turn a keyboard into a controller. That's what they're doing. So, or
Yeah.
a mouse and keyboard, I should say.
Yeah, because it's like point and click.
Yeah. So, it's a lot more complicated than you might think.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Like I said, they dropped the touchscreen to be able to incorporate.
Yeah, there
more
was going to
features.
be a few buttons on the side of the touchscreen, and they're not there anymore
No,
either. So
it's completely redesigned. Like within a
they
month.
added
within a
two
month and a
directional
half.
pads to it. I'm thinking the one on the left, or both of them, you could probably command them, like change the commands for each one of the buttons, so
I
they
wish
do like X, Y, B, A, something
I
like
wish
that.
more games gave you the ability to mod your controls.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like that would be amazing.
To like switch to make sure you could like jump
Yeah.
to like Y or something like
Yeah,
that.
I understand certain games are going to be mapped no matter what, but like other games, okay, I want to be able to remap.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, what are we at? Hour and
Hour 10.
nice.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this episode?
I feel confident about this episode.
You think we should let her finish right now?
Yeah, we can. We can
Alright.
sign out and do our quick shout outs and our.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to at that Kevin Smith.
which he's currently working on a few projects, which is interesting.
He's
Tusk.
in post production for Tusk, that Walrus movie I was telling you about in one of the podcasts.
Yeah. Clerks 3, he's got a
Clerks
draft.
3, he's in pre-production for that.
And then he's in pre-production for Helena Handbag, the Rapture dramedy.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
Clerks 3 I'm most excited for
I
out of all of them.
Cannot wait for Clerks 3. I'm stoked for that.
And then I got another shout out for, we've already done this one for the episode, but Colin Moriarty, No Taxation. He works for IGN, where
where we get all of our news.
gaming, comics, movie, TV news, because they just know everything.
At Steve Butts, can we please have a job?
Yeah, can we?
Like, I know we're fledgling and all that, but, intern.
I mean, we
Intern.
get our news
Well-
from you, but we would love for people to get
News
their
from
news
us.
from us. And, we would love to just do it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I sent you a review. You said it wasn't much of a review. You said it was more of a preview. But you know how good I am at writing now. So, I mean, that was 2 years ago. I could write a lot better now.
Yeah, I've seen your stuff. It's a lot better, your reviews.
Yeah.
At Game Over Greggy.
Yeah, then you got Greg Miller up in there, another IGN employee there.
Which he does his crazy Gregaways and his Oreo reviews and the Game Over Greggy show and
I want to give a real quick shout out to the entire Epic Mealtime cast
Harley Plays.
because I love food, and I think they're funny motherfuckers.
He made this thing earlier with bacon and French toast
I
mixed
put bacon
together.
inside the French toast.
He did. I don't
Do you
understand
even know
his
how
magic.
to do that?
He
Put
did.
bacon inside French toast? I know how to do that.
He
And do you
does
want to
know
know
how
how
to do
I know how to do that? Because I watch 3 years of Epic Mealtime.
3 years of Epic Meal Time.
And that's how I know how to put...
Where they make big giant Twinkies and 100-pound chocolate bars and candified bacon. That's right, Harley Place. Send your Jewish lawyers after me. Sorry.
You didn't have to yell into the microphone. Now I gotta do some editing. You fucked up real bad, bud.
I did. But it's a good thing you got 2 different recordings.
It does. Yeah. But anyways, this has been Point of Review. I'm glad you guys have stuck with us. If you haven't, well then, fuck you, but you can't hear us. So,
Smoking Lamp Productions has presented this, and it's mainly just us, so I don't know. Did we do a good job, us? Yes, us. We did do a good job.
anyways, leave a comment. I'm interrupting you this time. Leave a comment in the bottom.
Like.
Subscribe to us. No, don't interrupt me.
Like.
Us. No,
Share.
shut up.
Subscribe!
I'm at Matt Ream on Twitter. He is at PerfectFlaw420 on Twitter. Yeah, I stole that from you.
He stole my... There can only be one Highlander!
Yeah, but they're not.
And Terminator Butter.
Hashtag.
Fucking hate
Say it.
I fucking hate...
Say it.
No. The Terminator butter is the best part. It's the hashtag that ruins it. Because I hate hashtags. It's a £, mate.
This has been Point of Review. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time. Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Peace out.